Located south of India on the Indian Ocean, Sri Lanka is definitely one of my favorite countries that I've traveled to. A country that's very diverse that has something for everyone, whether you're looking to go up to mountain peaks to soak in the views, or be by the water to catch the waves, or if you're looking to immerse yourself in the culture, Sri Lanka needs to be on your travel list. Before entering the country, you need a visa. Visa on arrival is available, but my preferred method is to apply online before landing. This makes the whole process of entering the country much easier. The cost of a visa is $35 US, which is valid for 30 days. Once you've applied, you typically get approved between 24 to 48 hours. You're most likely going to fly into the city of Colombo. This is where the major airport for Sri Lanka is located. From here, there are many ways to get out of the airport so you can start your adventure. Oh yeah. Public transportation in Sri Lanka is amazing. It looks hectic from afar, but it's surprisingly very easy to use. For those wanting comfort, there are tuk-tuks and taxis available. Be sure to bargain and agree on a price with the driver before getting in. Public buses and trains are my favorite means of transportation in the country. It's not the most comfortable option, but it's the most cost-effective way to get around in the country. I highly recommend taking the train because it's one adventurous ride, providing epic views of the country. And this is the perfect segue into what I'm going to talk about next, the things you can't miss in Sri Lanka. The first on the list consists of a blue train ride, the train ride from Kandy to Ella. The trip takes about 7 hours to complete, offering a scenic route on the countryside of Sri Lanka. This blew my mind. Get it? This is by far one of the most scenic train rides I've ever been in. This is a very busy train filled with locals and tourists. This is Sri Lanka, so anything goes in terms of safety. The doors are left open while the train is moving, so if you're going to sit on one of the open doors of the train, be safe and try not to fall off. Now that you're in Ella, you need to check out a couple of things. Ella is a bit colder compared to the other cities in Sri Lanka because it's located up on the mountains. There's a couple of things to do here, so let's get to it. First, the 9-Arch Bridge. You can walk here if you're staying at the city center. It's a long walk, so be sure to wear something comfortable. Trains do pass by here and there is a train schedule available online. Check it out and plan accordingly. Next up is Little Adams Peak. Little Adams Peak stands at 1,141 meters high. It is 2.7 kilometers away from the 9-Arch Bridge. It took me 30 minutes to get to the top of Little Adams Peak. You can do both the 9-Arch and Little Adams Peak on the same day. Hoping that you're well rested, next you're gonna want to gear up for another hike. Ellis Rock is something you can't miss. It stands at 1,041 meters high. It takes about 4.5 hours to complete this hike round trip. Next on the list is Udawalawe National Park. Here you will see elephants in the wild. Be sure to go early in the morning as you will see more activity as opposed to going in the afternoon when the elephants are hiding to avoid the midday heat. So Margaret is gonna attempt a selfie with the elephants, but and now it's time for another hike. But not just any other hike. Adams Peak is a sacred mountain that has 5,500 steps to get to the top. I would recommend doing this hike at 2 a.m. to catch the sunrise. It's mainly locals that go up here as there is a footprint at the top that is believed to be from the Buddha himself. Depending on your fitness level, getting to the top takes between 3 to 4 hours. It's very cold and windy at the top, so be sure to bring something warm, stay hydrated, and that you had a good rest before doing this hike at 2 a.m. I know it sounds painful, but trust me, once you get to the top, it is all worth it. Don't put away your hiking gear just yet. In Dambulla, there are 2 famous hikes that you can do. Depending on how much time you have and on your budget, here are your choices. It's between the Sigiriya Rock or Lions Rock and Pidurangala Rock. I ended up doing Pidurangala for several reasons. Pidurangala offered much nicer views. There were also less people doing this hike compared to Sigiriya, and lastly, it's much cheaper. The entry fee for Pidurangala is 4 Canadian dollars or 3 US dollars, and for Sigiriya, it's 39 Canadian dollars or 30 US dollars. After all this, you're probably wondering where the beaches are. Well, you don't have to wait any longer. Marissa Beach is filled with families, vacationers, honeymooners, flashbackers, and backpackers. I've never seen so many types of travelers all in one place. Marissa is a fairly expensive spot if you're on a budget, but it's still a great spot to laze around and do nothing. Other beaches you need to hit up includes Arugan Bay and Hikadua for surfing. Then you gotta check out Unawatuna to see the fishermen on stilts. If you like, you can even try to fish on the stilts by asking one of them to teach you. Be sure to also go on this rope swing and swing away. Other notable places that I didn't get a chance to visit are Jaffna, Gal, and Horton Plains National Park. The other thing that you must do is have the kotu, a traditional Sri Lankan dish. It's chopped up roti with eggs, vegetables, and meat. These can also be served as a vegetarian option, and they cost no more than 2 to 3 Canadian dollars or 1 to 2 US dollars. As a solo traveler, in terms of safety, Sri Lanka is a fairly safe country to travel to. One of my favorite things about this country is how friendly and welcoming the locals are. That's Mommy.
Video?
Yes, you miss me, Mommy? Can you say you miss me on camera?
I got busy. Take picture.
That's been my mom.
Take picture.
Mom, are you sad that I'm leaving?
I am very happy you are living here.
But then again, if you're a female traveling alone, I would just be extra cautious, especially if you're going out at night. As with anywhere else, have fun but be responsible and be smart. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel to see more of my travel tips.